cloudy tonight, low 60. Cloudy and windy tomorrow, high 78. Partly cloudy, 65 on Friday. For Saturday, cloudy skies, high 62. And for Sunday, thunderstorms a possibility with a high 55. Overnight low was 50. Yesterday's high 71. Currently, humidity is at 65%. Winds from the north-northeast at 5 miles an hour. Pressure at 29.91. Visibility at 10 miles. Right now, partly cloudy skies. We've got 54 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield. You know what that sound means.
It's time for
It
morning
means
coffee.
We've all got our sunglasses on and we're just sitting back.
Gonna have myself a little cup of coffee. Nothing but coffee in this mug.
That's
that
not
we
what
know
you
of.
said a minute ago.
That's mighty
Not
fine.
what you said to Vicky.
That's mighty fine.
He's going to just not even pay attention.
You know what? I missed being here yesterday. I appreciate you taking care of that, to you and Tom and Marty Vaughn. Appreciate all of you being here. I went to Vincent's. I do that once a month. And I had a quarter of a tank of gasoline when I left town, but I thought, that's okay. I'll get to the Bridgeport Crossroads on State Route 50.
You didn't make it that far?
Well, so I'm watching, and I'm starting to sweat a little bit as I get past Albany, okay? I mean, because it's now down to close to the E, okay?
Oh, your little light's on, huh?
It's not come on yet. The light has
okay.
not come on yet. I get to Bridgeport. There's a convenience store right there. That's the only. So I pull in, and you know, I have those little yellow sacks that they put over,
Yep.
you know? By the way, welcome. Thank you for being here.
No problem.
Ken
Glad to
Odie.
be here.
KO Wednesday, the provocateur. Ken Odie here. Little yellow sack on the first one I pulled up to, so I drove around the corner to the other side. Little yellow sack. Well, there's 2 more stations, so I drive. Every single pump had little yellow sacks on it. So I parked, I went in, and I said, out of gas? She said, nope, under construction. I said, well, then, to keep you in business, I'll have a cup of coffee. I said, how far is it from here to Lawrenceville? And she said 3 miles. I said, well, I should be able to make that. So I got my cup of coffee, and I got back in the car. I got to Lawrenceville, and the light still hadn't come on. So I started living vicariously through my gas
You
tank.
thought, I think I can make it.
You went ahead. You didn't stop for gas.
I went
in
right
Lawrenceville.
on to Vincennes. On fumes.
You were
Mike
coasting
Dreef,
in.
you, sir, are a rebel.
I am.
Oh,
I
man.
am. I got to that bridge. It kind of comes to a peak over the Wabash and
the Red
and then-
Skelton Bridge.
Yes, comes to a peak. I got to the top and I took off the gas and I rolled into Vincennes. I like living that way. Living dangerously.
Man.
So I did that. By the way, you were at the city council last night, Ken.
I was.
So we're going to have a press conference next week.
Yes.
Wolf Blitzer flying in or something.
I'm hoping Megan Kelly will be here so we can
Talk
to
her into-
again. Yeah.
What,
you know what?
What the heck's that about?
Here's what I think we can do.
Why don't you just give? I'm going to call. Hey, Jeff on. Yeah, listen. Why don't you? Hey, Tommy, you going to send somebody? We're going to talk. You can come down about 10 o'clock. We're going to have a press conference.
I'm going
Yeah.
to start identifying as Megan Kelly, and that way. I mean, look at all these people that identify as a woman or they identify as a man.
Yeah.
Or I can identify as Megan Kelly, and
Well, you're the
problem
farthest
solved.
thing from Megan Kelly we've ever had here. I'm just going to tell you.
I have 2 arms.
A
and 2
press
ears,
conference. A press. The playoffs. A
Press
press
conference.
conference?
Yep.
Okay.
Maybe
Well,
it's a
we'll
new-
be there.
Maybe a new precedent. The mayor started.
Thursday morning.
Everybody updated?
That's usually a pretty good time for a press conference in Fairfield. On
The program that they are going to press conference about
yeah.
Yeah.
is,
The Mapping Out the City Future
Yes.
program, right?
Right.
you know, on paper and the way they're talking, it sounds great, and I think it is. I think everyone should get behind it because everyone has good ideas. Now, what they will do is they have a steering committee that will select some programs and then put people in place to facilitate these things getting done. It may be Lakeside Reservoir. It may be Atkinson Forest. I'm just throwing a few out.
Right.
It may be putting a piece of statuary up at Wasson, whatever. But things get done because everybody now just runs around, and
nothing gets done.
nothing gets done. Everybody has great ideas, but hopefully this will put resources in place to get things done.
Do I have to tell them ahead of time I'm coming to try to squeeze into the city council chamber for the press conference?
I don't know.
I do not know.
If I get in the back, can I shout questions?
I don't know. You might be able to.
I'm going to bring my flat double D with me.
And take a photo?
I would say that the lady that's from the state or whatever she's from, I can't recall her name right now, she'll probably be there.
Yeah.
I get a picture with her, maybe have her holding up the flat double D.
There you go.
Yeah.
You can get your
Probably
flat
could.
double Ds, by the way, at Rush Appliances downtown.
All right.
Get them, take them, get pictures with them, send them to us, and you'll be entered in the contest. So there you go. Probably a great place for the flat double D to show up at next week's press conference with Wolf Blitzer.
I actually took one and put it in the bottom of a pothole on Delaware,
Did you?
but I couldn't see it when I tried to take a picture of it. So far down.
you have to hold directly over the pothole. All right.
Well, I told you about my experience. I haven't told you about my experience
No.
on Tuesday. We bought a fridge for the flower shop.
Okay.
Okay. We bought it down at Carnaby. Christy had one of those old.
She's selling refrigerators now?
Well, no, she had.
I didn't know
it
that.
Was it was a.
I can
used
get a
fridge.
dress for my wife and a refrigerator at the same time.
There you go.
Is it a Brighton refrigerator?
Now that's what I call product diversification. Is what
she-
I call that.
She had one in the back, and we needed an extra fridge for the shop.
All right.
So I bought one.
Okay.
So instead of just a small one, an older model, an antique, I guess.
Okay.
So I go down there and pick it up, and I thought, instead of having to try and load it in a truck, and we'll just take a dolly and haul it down there. So I called Rob Lingerfelter. I
Yes.
said, hey, Rob, I said,
I need a strong back.
Well, I said, can you help me wheel this fridge on a dolly down from Carnaby to the flower shop? So I'm thinking,
You mean you're gonna wheel it all the way from Carnaby across the street down?
Oh yeah,
Man.
oh yeah. So we're sitting, and I told Rob, I said, I think I could probably do it myself, but
Yeah. You could be a redneck.
I'm rednecker than you. So I told Rob, I said, I don't really need anybody to help. I mean, I'd like you to help, but I just want somebody in case that I hit a pothole and that thing shifts on me. Sure enough, here we come down the street. We cross that street right there in front of where City Hall's located at.
Yeah.
And I get one wheel up on the street,
There you
one
go.
wheel's down in that pothole, and it starts. It didn't fall over.
Oh,
but
I wish it would have. We could have got a picture. You've been on the front page.
then I'd be, I could have.
I
picture
you
of
could
a
trend.
double D.
You could have, put a flat double D underneath it with his arms sticking out.
Just get the top half right. That would be great. That would have been a winner.
Or
I
put the
bet.
real double D underneath there.
Oh, he's not that much help.
Hey, that's a double win. That's a
There
win-win
you go. There
situation.
you go. Well, so you got it down there, and now Christy's got to? She's got to bring a cooler to
No,
put her cold ones in now.
no,
That
they-
she doesn't. You stole her refrigerator.
They had bought a new one.
Oh,
They
okay.
had
All
bought it.
right. So you've got the
So-
antique model down at
Yeah.
your place.
Yeah.
Well, you got it
we're
there.
We're gonna sand it up and paint it.
And it actually works and everything like that. You got to worry about when you mix
It's-
those things up.
Well, we let it sit for a day.
That's the way
because,
to do it.
Let all the
when you
oil-
haul it down,
Yep.
everything
That's
shifts
the way to
and-
do
Good
it.
point.
And
Okay.
because when I first plugged it in, when I first got it down there, it wouldn't work, and I'm thinking, uh oh. Then I
Yeah,
let it
you-
sit.
don't
Then I let
plug
it
it
sit
in.
overnight and plugged it back
That-
in, and it's
that's what
cooling things
I was
down
told.
real good now. So
We had freezers, and we were told 2 days. Let them sit for 2 days. In my hands, my pork burger stained hands, I have the bucket of bunk. And birthdays today, Harry Morgan would have been, he died at the age of 96 in 2011, of course. I didn't realize this. He was in a TV program, 2 TV programs.
Dragnet.
No, before that, even. It was called December Bride. It went from 1959 to 62, and then he was in Pete and Gladys 1967 to 1970. I had no idea that he was in those. I never even heard
Never
of
heard
those
of
shows.
Yeah.
He was Bill Gannon in Dragnet, Colonel Sherman T. Potter in MASH, 100 films. His wife's picture, she died in 85, but in MASH, you always saw he had his wife's picture on his desk.
Yeah.
That was his real wife.
Really?
Yes.
What was her name on the show?
Jeff Wise is, or Jeff Vaughn's not here.
All right,
Mildred.
Mildred.
Was it Mildred?
Mildred.
Yes,
Mildred,
it was
okay.
Mildred. Boy, good job, Odie. You catch? Anyway, he married Barbara Bushman Quinn, who was, this is his second wife. She was the granddaughter of silent film star Francis X. Bushman. And
What did the X stand for?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But I remember Granny talking about Francis X. Bushman as a silent film star on the Beverly Hillbillies. I really do.
Really?
Yes,
Okay.
I do. Anyway, they got into a little bit of a tiff when Harry was 82, and he assaulted her.
Really?
Yes, and he had to do 6 months of domestic violence counseling at the age of 82 to calm him down. Isn't that?
Wow.
I never remembered any of that.
I don't either.
I don't remember any of that either.
All right.
But look at the movies he was in.
Oh, 100. He was in
was in
my
High
favorite.
Noon.
He was in High Noon. He was in the Glenn Miller story.
Yep.
I'm going to see, by the way, this Friday night, the Glenn Miller Orchestra
Yep.
in Effingham.
At the Performance Center? up
Yes, yes, I'm going there. Looking forward to it. I love the Glenn. Anyway, yeah, he was in 100 films.
there? Yeah. You know, you were talking on our RFD. We listened to RFD Outdoors the other day. We
Yeah.
they were talking about the Firefly Grill in Effingham.
Yes.
When you go to the Performance Center, you'll pass right by it.
I think I'm going to be picking my wife up from work in Flory, and we'll probably not be looking for supper. We'll be looking to get there on time
Yeah.
for the performance. Also, 31 years old today, Haley Joel Osment was in The Exorcist, the greatest story
The
ever
Exorcist.
told. Yes.
No, not Haley Joel Osment.
He
You're
wasn't?
You're talking. That's the other information. The other actor we were talking
Oh, well, then why did
about. Max von Sydow.
Got it.
Haley Joel Osment was that little boy in The Sixth Sense.
it says he was also Little Forrest
Little
Forrest
Forrest.
Gump.
in Forrest Gump.
Really?
Wow.
Okay.
The Sixth Sense. You're right.
And
You're right.
he's in his 30s now. Can you believe that?
31. Avid golfer. He started when he was age 7. He had a little problem with got a little problem with getting caught doing some drinking and driving.
Uh-huh.
On probation right now. John Madden, 82 today.
Boom.
Yes, football player, coach, probably best known for his game, his video game, right?
Yeah.
He
Actually, I think he's best known for his illustrations on the screen.
horrible.
Those. Now this guy went over here. This guy went over there. He went straight up. Now
Boom.
back behind. Boom. Boom.
It will not fly.
He will
Yeah.
not fly. He's a favorite at a truck stop on I-70 in Greenville, Illinois. When they come through, because he's on a bus, he never flies to the
Right.
games. When he comes through, say he's in New York and he's got to do a game in L.A., he starts on Monday to get there for a Friday. He's been on every network, by the way, ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox. He would drive his tour bus, and he would always stop at that truck stop in Greenville because he liked the food and the people, and they always treated him. He was 103, 32-7 as a coach of the Oakland Raiders. Had a world championship as well.
In their glory days.
Yeah.
This one really got, besides Jeff Vaughn going off on, on Chris Carpenter this morning.
Matt Carpenter.
Matt Carpenter. Shoo, I'm sorry. Besides him getting, really riled up about Matt Carpenter.
I thought we was gonna have to tie him down or something.
He was really on fire about Chuck Connors, who was,
The rifleman.
died in 1992 at the age of 71. I didn't realize this, but
He played for the Dodgers.
Cubs.
First baseman.
Pitched for the Cubs.
Oh,
No,
this
he
is first
pitched
baseman.
for the Cubs. He was an NBA. He was an NBA player for the Celtics in 47 and 48. He pitched for the Cubs in 51, and he was drafted by the Bears. That's
So I think it's safe to say he was an athlete.
6'5". He had a 40-year film career. He was the rifleman from 58 to 63.
And that's probably what he's best known as.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. He met his first wife at a baseball game, Wrigley Field. They have 4 sons. Here's an interesting story about him. He was a big supporter of not only President Nixon, but President Reagan. And when Leonid Brezhnev came over for a visit, he gave Brezhnev 2 6-shooters as a gift at a reception. Brezhnev loved him. And when he left on the plane, when he's going up the steps of the plane, he turned to wave. He sees Chuck Connors. He runs down and jumps into his arms. Okay, this is unbelievable. And went back and ordered that on Russian TV. The Rifleman would play every day. That's the truth.
Wow.
So the Rifleman was big in the Soviet Union.
And he died in what year?
He died in 1992. Unfortunately, he died of lung cancer. Guess what?
Smoker.
3 packs a day. What a waste. He probably took a selfie or two against a gorge or with the Norfolk Southern coming up behind him as well. Mm-hmm. That is the stupidest thing. 250 deaths from people taking
and that's
stupid
what, like, over
selfies.
the last 5 years, 10 years?
That's
Like
5 years.
It's overtaken the fatalities caused by people turning vending machines over on themselves. They're picking them, shaking them.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
they turn over. And
or getting caught with their hand up in it.
Or refrigerators. Having fridges fall on them while you're hauling them down the street, on a dolly.
You ever thought of a pickup truck, Turner? Have you ever thought of just loading it on a pickup truck?
Well, that would be
easy.
Too much work.
Yeah. You're just going to wheel it down.
You gotta lift up that. You gotta lift up. Dolly, you just gotta put it on and roll it.
See, to attain true redneck status, you have to get a pickup truck. You sit on the tailgate and hold the dolly with the refrigerator and have them drive around it.
I never thought about that. That's a good idea. And actually, we ran into a couple of people walking down the street, and they looked at the fridge. Is that an antique? She goes, "Is that an antique?" And I said, "Which one is an antique?"
Yeah.
Which one you talking
about? The antique's pushing the antique. On this date in 1849, Walter Hunt patented the safety pin. He sold the rights for $100. That was a shrewd move.
Oh, man.
1865, during the Civil War at Appomattox, General Robert E. Lee issued his last order. It was retreat.
No, it's surrender.
Yeah. 1912.
In the words of a famous Frenchman, le surrender.
Yeah, and the French surrendered, yes. The Titanic set sail on this date in 1912 from England.
Southampton.
Yes. It did not return, nor did it get to the United States.
Have you ever seen one of the Titanic exhibits?
I saw the one at Branson.
Those are impressive.
Well, I actually saw the Titanic at Branson, even though it's not the real one.
Yeah.
It didn't cruise up the Mississippi.
I saw one of the original when they first came out at the Pyramid in Memphis, Tennessee.
No kidding. That's
years
a great
ago.
place, yeah.
And ironically, and then I saw another one at Nashville, Tennessee a few years ago.
I don't know if I've seen an exhibit. I've been to there's a Titanic replica.
Oh, okay.
At Branson.
Okay.
1992, outside Needles, California, comedian Sam Kinison killed when a pickup truck slams into his car on a desert road between L.A. and Vegas.
Was he taking a selfie?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't even know if that was opportunity.
You remember
back
Sam
then.
Kinison, right?
Oh, yeah.
That was the guy that yelled at everybody.
And I didn't find him that funny, personally. But
he was he a minister?
Yes.
I think he was.
Yes, he was.
Yes,
he was. You're right. And he kind of went off the rails.
Yeah.
My understanding is that it all went bad for him when he tried to move a refrigerator down the street. Year 2000, Ken Griffey Jr. became the youngest player in baseball history to reach 400 home runs. He was 30 years old. And in music history, we have a bunch of music history. 1953, Eddie Fisher was discharged from the Army. He arrived home to a check of $330,000 for record royalties for the 7 million records that he sold while he was in. Pretty good.
That's a nice homecoming gift.
57, Ricky Nelson, for the first time on his father's TV show, performed a song, I'm Walkin'. Bobby Darin, recorded Splish Splash on this date in 1958. Del Shannon performed Runaway on American Bandstand on this date in 61.
One of my very favorites, Del Shannon.
And he doesn't get enough credit, I don't think. 67, the song Something Stupid became the first father-daughter song to hit #1 on Billboard.
Nancy Sinatra and Frank Sinatra.
Yes. 71, John Denver's Take Me Home Country Roads hit the charts for the first appearance on the charts for John Denver. John Duchendorfer, his real name.
That's become the anthem for West Virginia.
Yes, it is.
Do you like John Denver? Did you like John Denver?
I did at the time. I think he's played too much for me now.
I never
You
was
don't
a
ever
John
liked
Denver
him?
fan.
Never. 77, David Soul's Don't Give Up on Us, Baby. Don't give up on us,
Starsky
baby.
and Hutch.
Yeah.
#1 Billboard pop hit. He was Ken Hutchinson in the television show Starsky and Hutch. And 78, Cher appeared on the cover of People with her boyfriend. Guess who that was?
78.
Yes.
That would have been.
It's hard to keep up,
I have
buddy.
no
Greg
idea.
Allman.
No, it wouldn't have been
No.
Greg Allman. It was.
That's just that was a guess.
They had already split up by then.
Gene Simmons.
Gene Simmons. Was that when he was dating both
Cher.
Cher and
At the same time.
at the same time?
Gene
Diana
got
Ross.
around.
Diana Ross.
Diana
Cher
Ross
and
at the
Diana
same time.
Ross.
Yes. He was dating him at the same time. I'm surprised you didn't hear that here in Fairfield.
Well, I mean, it may come out soon.
Let me just.
That was going to come out during the press conference.
let me
It's going to be
just-
here next Thursday.
Let me just reiterate my comments to Gene Simmons when I heard about it earlier.
Yes.
You the man, Gene. You the man.
You can move my refrigerator anytime.
Yeah.
2002, the Statler Brothers announced their final tour date. The group said they planned to continue making music after the retirement from touring. That was in 2002. I don't think they performed since. That's a look at the Bunk at a Bunk. We'll be back with more on Morning Coffee with Ken Odie after this.
The next time you're driving and here, you may be tempted to. It could be as simple as OMG, or even see you soon. But you won't be ROFL when you hear and get pulled over for texting and driving, because a ticket is nothing to LOL about. You drive, you text, you pay. Paid for by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Tax day's coming. And with tax reform affecting most filers, you may need extra help this year. No one knows tax reform better than H&R Block. And with offices open early and late, no one makes getting your taxes done easier. Walk in, make an appointment, or drop off your docs to get your taxes out the door and your maximum refund in your pocket. Down to the last minute. Block has your back.
Let the Carnaby Girls be your Easter connection. Their dress department has the perfect look for your Easter parade. All dresses are 20% off, casual to dressy. Carnaby Girls can help you with your Easter basket ideas. Faithful fashion tees, flip-flops, and adorable Easter charms. Plus, check out Brighton's 4 new World Crosses: the Shepherd, Light of Life, Kingdom, and Holy Cross. Finish your look with a straw Brighton crossbody and a sandal to match. If fashion is your passion, come see the girls at Fairfield's fashion leader, Carnaby Square.
Stop in at John's Butcher Block. Through Saturday, you can save on items like whole chicken, just $1.79 a pound, or get smoking deals on 80% lean ground beef for just $2.99 a pound, and get sizzling deals on platter-style bacon for just $3.79 a pound. Don't forget their deli has Amish potato salad. It's just $2.49 a pound. That's at John's Butcher Block in Fairfield. John's Butcher Block accepts cash, checks, and all major credit cards and link cards.
All of these people go out of the Tupperware Fresh, collegiate, brainwashing emporium, and they go right into government on the public teat, and then they stay there. People like Bernie Sanders, oh, well, he's only ever worked at public jobs. Oh, he wrote for a zine briefly. Is that not the most hipster-rific thing you've ever heard in your life? Yes, I want the old pawpaw guy who's only ever worked in the government. He sounds like the best guy to sit here and determine policy. Tune in to The Dana Show, 7 to 9 p.m., Monday through Friday, right here on WFIW AM 1390 and FM 103.3.
Hi, this is Bill Stevens with another time capsule quiz. Which month and year was it when the Great Power Blackout put the entire Northeast into the dark? The first big Peace in Vietnam march brought 50,000 Americans to Washington. Rhodesia declared its independence from it. Muhammad Ali kept his heavyweight crown by stopping former champ Floyd Patterson.
Left to right. right, a left to right, and all the punches thrown by Cassius Clay, and the referee ups it up, ladies and gentlemen.
Baseball picked Willie Mays and Zoyo Versailles as its MVPs and William Eckert as its new commissioner. John Lindsay was elected mayor of New York, and here's what the new music sounded like.
You can never go home anymore.
Makes the world go away. You've got to hide your love away. That's right, my baby, my baby.
Well, what do you think? The answer and a twist to the top song from the month and year are coming up.
Hi folks, this is Sandy at Gill Sales and Service. Spring has finally sprung and summer will soon follow, so we are putting our Frigidaire 22 cubic foot chest freezers on sale for $749.95 while supplies last. Frigidaire's space-wise organization system offers organizational solutions you can customize to fit your needs, like sliding plastic baskets, dividers, and a pizza basket, bright LED lighting, a power-on indicator light, and pop-out key. Come get yours at Gill Sales and Service, 1605 West Main in Fairfield. Check it out on Facebook.
November 1965.
The Supremes and I Hear a Symphony, the top song of November 1965. This is Bill Stevens for tcapsule.com. Back soon with another time capsule.
Attention Harley owners, get your Harley serviced with Roadhouse Harley-Davidson in Mount Vernon and save money with gift certificates from the Big Deal Store. A $100 gift certificate for service will only cost you $70 at the Big Deal Store at WFIWradio.com.
Something's in the air. Dust, spores, and a whole host of bad things you can breathe in. Indoor air quality may be something you think very little of until it becomes something you can't ignore. Protect your health and home with Core Indoor Air Quality products. Our solutions are ideal for ventilating, purifying, and balancing humidity in your entire home. Visit CompleteHVAC.org for details and breathe easier. Core, the heart of a smarter home. Call Sam or Kara at Complete HVAC and Plumbing today at 445-3329.
April 7th through 13th, 2019 is National Volunteer Week, a week selected to recognize the many volunteers who provide their skills and their talents to conduct programs for many organizations. I, Megan Anderson, a Wayne County 4-H Federation member, would like to take this opportunity to say thank you to our Wayne County 4-H volunteers. Our program could not be as successful without your participation in our program.
And welcome back to Morning Coffee for a Wednesday morning, KO Wednesday.
You know, talking about your sprint with the refrigerator. I remember moving from Murfreesboro and bringing some stuff up to our cabin. I had 4 chairs, outdoor chairs.
Yeah.
Put them in the back, and my wife said, "Listen, you'll probably tie those down." And I said, they're heavy, I'm gonna. And so I went on the interstate from Murfreesboro to Fairfield, about New Hope.
Yeah.
Got in the back and 2 chairs, and I thought, gee, I thought I loaded 4.
Headed back down to Murfreesboro, and there they won the median.
Somebody,
the next time you have
somebody in Benton's got 2 really nice chairs.
Next time you have friend Bill Book on here, ask him about losing stuff on the highway.
Okay,
that's all I'll say.
All right, well, there's a good leading question.
I actually lost a sunroof on the highway one time. Remember years ago?
Yeah.
That they'd make those sunroofs where you could take them out.
Yeah, like T-tops.
Yeah. Oh, and they flew out. It flew out.
Well, I took it out. I cleaned it. And I put it back in. Apparently, I didn't connect it correctly. I'm driving down the road, and all of a sudden, it's like,
ooh, ejector seat.
Did it shatter?
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely, it shattered.
Hey, by the way, we just got
not on somebody else's car or anything, just in the road.
Good.
Thank goodness.
Just got word. Tucker Carlson's going to be at the press conference next week.
Tuck. That's what we call him. His friends all call him Tuck.
Old Tuck.
Tuck.
He will be coming in on the Fox Chopper.
Ah.
Land right downtown. Going to land on top of your building, my understanding is.
Well,
don't you have a big heliport up there?
Yes, we do.
There's a refrigerator up there with a big red X on it.
Land here,
No, I'd have to lift it up to get that
Land
fridge
here.
up there. So,
by the way, I was so disturbed. I don't know if disturbed is the word, to hear about the closing of Serendipity downtown.
yeah, I hate to hear.
It bothered me.
to hear that we're losing another business downtown.
It bothered me, but I also know that the first thing I did was call. We have there, remember the Big Deal store.
Yep.
And we've immediately, because there's a limited amount of time they're going to be in business, we've cut those certificates in half. So, I mean, you can buy those certificates on the Big Deal store at 50 cents to the dollar and go down and buy some of the merchandise that's there. And I guess they're going to stay in.
And I guess they're doing 25% off now. So.
Oh, well, then you've got to go on the Big Deal store. All you got to do is go on there. It's very easy. Buy the certificates. We'll send them to you, or you can come out to the station to get them.
You might want to come out to the station to get them.
Nonetheless,
And,
this is too good of a deal for you to pass up.
And Mark and Rob will deliver your purchase on the dolly.
Rob will be pushing Mark on the dolly, and he'll have the certificates in his hand. Got this from Newswires. A team of 4 researchers stood apart from one another, arms outstretched, clutching a giant python. It took a wide-angle lens just to take the picture of this beast that they found in Big Cypress National Preserve in Florida, the Everglades. The group posted the image on the Big Cypress Facebook page Friday. The female python was over 17 feet long. It weighed 140 pounds. This is the United States.
That's a big snake.
That would make it the longest end-to-end snake in United States history. Here's how they, how they found her, and this is how they're finding these pythons. The feet.
Here's snaky.
No, this is even better. They put transmitters on little male pythons and send them out. These little male pythons. I think I can. I think I can. And they sniff out the female python, and so then they follow them, and they captured a 17-foot long. They're getting them out of there because they're getting
the little
ridiculous.
male python walks in. I've got $20,000 in credit card debt. Well, we got a debt forgiveness plan for you. We're going to tie this transmitter to you and throw you out here.
They go out and find a really big female.
Man,
the female had 78 eggs in her. So there would have been another 78 pythons.
well, I guess that's a totally invasive species.
Yes.
There people have had pets and decided that maybe not, but then thrown them out.
Isn't that amazing? 17 feet long. I saw the picture. It took like 5 guys to stretch it across to be able to lift it up.
We have never found a snake in a plant yet.
But it's possible.
You will today.
We have found little frogs, little toads. We found a Florida toe pincher one time.
Really?
Big water bug.
Yeah.
Giant water bug.
Well, don't bring them to Fairfield, man.
Well,
we don't need them.
Well, they're already here.
I'm only 2 blocks away from you.
Yeah.
Don't bring any pythons into town.
Oh, I'm not going to bring any pythons.
I got 2 basset hounds out back.
All right.
That would take a heck of a python.
Yeah. Well, I bet that 17-footer.
Probably could.
Yeah.
Wow. Probably take a whole deer, that 17-footer.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Gasoline prices are starting to irritate me.
Yeah, they're getting higher. Well, it's the summer driving season because,
Well, and it's their new blend. They have to change the blends.
5,000 gas stations have been surveyed by AAA. The average price now is at $2.75. That's up 11% in just a month. Wow. And the average price is already above $3 a gallon in 6 western states. Oh, give us time.
Ooh, I got a great idea. Let's raise the gas tax.
I think it's already been proposed.
Oh, sure it is. Everything up to shoelace tax here in Illinois is moving forward. I'm kidding, of course, but
used to you could always over at 64 and 41 in Evansville, gas was always cheaper. It's not the case anymore.
No.
No, I tell you what, I filled up in Vincennes yesterday, so I know. That's how I got back over the bridge after my ill-fated trip over there. Up 20 cents a gallon in California. Anyway, there's over $3 a gallon in California, Hawaii, Washington, Oregon, Nevada, and Alaska. Midwest has also been hit. Right now, the average price in Chicago has jumped 46 cents a gallon, up 16% to $3.27 up. That can't be right. It's not over $3 in Chicago.
It might be.
It might be.
Wow, $3.27 in Chicago. That's what it says.
$2.59 this morning in Fairfield.
I don't even look at the price of gas anymore.
I just pay it.
Because there's no point. I look at it and I go, I just go and fill it up. Got to have gas,
I know a person that gas was going up. They knew it was going up. Something was happening. And it had gone up in Fairfield, and they called and said, hey, gas is still 14 cents a gallon cheaper in Carmi. They drove to Carmi and filled up and then drove back to Fairfield.
Yeah.
I have a vivid memory.
Now that
last time, my last tour of duty in Fairfield, getting at is it a Huck's right outside of town, right as you're going into town?
That's
Casey's.
Oh,
no,
Carmi.
Carmi.
That is a Huck's.
That is a Huck's, yeah.
Right there by the fair.
Getting at 99 cents a gallon there.
Yep.
That wasn't that long ago. It was 2007, something like that. Here's an interesting story. A man who surmised, he had originally told police that a ghost may have planted methamphetamine in his home, eventually admitted that he was probably not correct. Michael Ottenberry, 60 years old, arrested in October after police arrived at his home in response to a purported assault. Cops say that they called 911, someone did, and claimed that he had been stabbed in the head by an axe. When they arrived, they determined that he was not suffering anything. He had a wound.
Maybe he just thought the ghost did it.
Found the methamphetamine. At that time, they said a ghost must have left it here. Let me tell you, you got to watch out for those ghosts, especially the ones, in a past life that might have dealt drugs.
Yeah.
Methamphetamine.
I always like the guys that on the vehicle stop. They say, "Do you have any drugs in your car?" Well, there shouldn't be.
So the what state was that in?
That was in Louisiana.
Louisiana, okay. I was thinking it was Massachusetts. That ghost could have been Lizzie Borden.
Yep.
That had that axe.
Absolutely. Well, that's.
She was acquitted of that murder.
Yeah.
I learned a little factoid yesterday. I watched a little snippet on her. I didn't realize that.
Did you see? Did you see that they've now?
And then she never left.
She never left.
Never left her hometown after she got acquitted of that murder.
I wouldn't either. What about the baby person down in Florida? You never hear about her anymore either. That got acquitted for.
Yeah.
That went on forever.
Yes, it did.
Oh, by the way, that just a follow up on the official that was assaulted over the weekend.
Yes.
The guy has been charged with a Class A or Class 1 misdemeanor.
You've got to be kidding
Battery
me.
of a sports official is a separate crime.
You've got to be kidding me. The one we talked about on Monday.
Yeah, it's a misdemeanor.
That got beat up by the coach, and is in the hospital with all kinds of contusions, and the coach.
He's going to be okay, but.
Oh, that's amazing.
Doesn't matter. It's a misdemeanor.
That angers
it's
me.
not a felony.
Where is that in the newspaper somewhere?
I believe it is.
Yeah.
Can you send it to me?
I will send it to you.
That's easy, low-hanging fruit, isn't it? I'll say.
I saw the light go
Oh,
off, man.
yeah, that's a commentary. I can tell you right now. Lori Loughlin and her husband, indicted on fraud and money laundering charges Tuesday, were in a court. The Fuller House star and her husband, along with 14 other parents, charged in a second superseding indictment. She got indicted again with conspiring to commit fraud and money laundering, the Department of Justice said.
Did you see the penalty for that?
No.
40 years on the slammer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Aunt Becky?
Aunt Becky's
going
going to be
the
in
big house.
The big, not Fuller House, the bigger house.
Maybe it's the big old full house.
Yeah. She was charged last month with conspiracy to commit mail fraud. The new indictment adds a money laundering charge. They're adding the pressure here, aren't
Now,
they?
the other
pleaded
star
guilty.
that was at
Felicity Huffman.
Yeah, she pled guilty and had a press conference. She said, I take full responsibility for what I did. I'm sorry.
Was that press conference at City Hall?
I think it was.
Okay, all right.
And poor Mayor McGuire. He tries to do something good.
Did she cry in the press conference?
Yeah, and
Okay.
she looked like she was.
She's an actress.
remorseful
I just
and-
wanted to
and she had all
do
this.
something good for my...
And William H. Macy's behind her going, okay.
Squeezing out a tear on that.
Yeah.
But I mean, she played the part well.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, Laughlin and her husband are accused of paying. She only, Felicity Huffman, I don't think there's more than $50,000 involved in that. Laughlin and her husband accused of paying $500,000 in bribes to get both daughters admitted to the University of Southern California as crew team recruits, even though neither one of them have ever rowed a boat.
They may have sang that song when they were younger.
But I did hear that Laughlin's attorneys,
Right.
her attorney team, had asked for a change of venue to Chicago.
Let's keep it fair. Yes, let's go there.
All right.
I want to be there with my friend Jesse Smollett. We're going to take a break, and KO Wednesday continues, and Ken's got some trivia for us right after this timeout.
Everything you care about is in your home, things that you just can't afford to lose. Let us help you protect what matters most. West Bend's Home and Highway policy provides you with one policy, one bill, one deductible, and one agent while protecting your home, car, truck, boat, motorcycle, ATV, and more. All with no hassle and a portion of your annual premium back in cash if you don't have a claim. To find out more, contact CSI Insurance in Fairfield at 618-842-2193.
Isn't it nice to have a charming local place? A place that's quaint and friendly?
Hi guys, welcome back.
A place that has essentials you need and a special shopping selection that is sure to impress.
Oh, look at this.
Ooh, those are so nice.
Oh, look at this one.
The Fairfield Chamber of Commerce invites you to shop local. In Fairfield, you're sure to find what you need. A small town with a big selection of restaurants and shopping. Love all your local merchants.
Black's Fashion Flowers in downtown Fairfield can make any occasion more special with custom designed floral arrangements and gift items. Check out their selection of Southern Illinois made Ravenswood Hollow soaps and lotions, Fannie Mae candies, Southern Sisters gourmet food items, and clean burning soy candles. Black's also has a wide selection of sympathy items. Plus, they're your home for tuxedo rentals from Jim's Formal Wear. Give them a call at 847-7076 or stop in at 310 East Main. Black's Fashion Flowers, your florist with a personal touch, across from the courthouse in downtown Fairfield.
Don't miss the Yamaha Get Out and Ride sales event at Le Mans Motorsports in Fairfield with super low APRs and huge customer cash on class-leading Yamaha sport and proven off-road utility ATVs and side-by-sides. Visit Le Mans Motorsports in Fairfield today.
Offers good through 6/30/19. ATVs referenced or recommended only for use by those age 16 or older. Yamaha recommends an approved training course. See dealer or call 1-800-887-2887. ATVs can be hazardous to operate.
Grilling season is upon us, and you need a new grill. Time to visit the experts at Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods. Phoenix, Broil Master, and Louisiana Pellet Grills are in the showroom. Let us help you make the right choice for your cooking needs. Get a great price on the Phoenix Grill right now, only $575. That's Wainwright Propane and Sporting Goods, 1423 West Main in Fairfield, 8 to 5 weekdays, Saturdays 8 to noon.
There's nothing better than helping a family find the home of their dreams. It is more than just a mortgage, it's about helping people. Hi, this is Sarah Mole, mortgage originator for People's National Bank. We pride ourselves on providing quality products and services to meet the banking needs for the people that work and live right here. Since 1909, our focus continues on you, our customers. People's National Bank, it's our people that make a difference. Since 1909, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Time to check that Fairfield area weather forecast. Partly sunny skies today with a high 75. Tonight, cloudy skies, low 64. Tomorrow, cloudy skies, windy conditions with the high 78. Partly cloudy, 65 on Friday. For Saturday, clouds and 62. And for Sunday, thunderstorms with a high 55. Overnight low was 50, yesterday's high 71. Currently humidity at 65%. Winds from the north-northeast at 5 miles an hour. Pressure at 29.91. Right now, partly cloudy skies and 54 at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield. Radar weather looking very good as well. Nothing showing up anywhere in the state of Illinois in terms of precipitation.
There's no truth Anderson Cooper's coming next week here. I just want to say that.
Okay.
I was told he's not going to be here for the press conference.
All right.
Not going to be able to make it, but Wolf Blitzer will be here.
Wolf
Blitzer.
Made his big mark in the Gulf War.
He was big during the Gulf War. Remember a guy by the name of Charles Jaco?
Yep.
He ended up at Camo X.
Yep.
Doing work there. And I don't think he's around anymore. They made their marks during the Gulf War.
They did.
So what do you got for us today?
60s trivia.
Okay, stop for a second. Have you had anything interesting online before we do this? Any interesting Facebook interactions that you find worth sharing?
I find it interesting that some ideas that come out that
Yes.
people try to immediately needle them, and especially people who don't live here.
Oh, you mean outside
Yes,
folks,
I mean,
people that don't live inside Fairfield.
And I understand,
saying
if you're trying to be constructive, that's fine. If that's your intent, that's good.
Okay,
but
you think someone who is lobbing a grenade into an issue,
leave us alone,
who isn't inside the corporate limits of our fair village or city.
I mean, everybody says, "Oh, Serendipity's closing, financial advisors leaving town." Well, look, we've got the Victorian on Main. There's some
yes,
work going
that's
on
positive.
Mm-hmm. By the way, they are already taking booking
They
orders.
sure are.
Yeah.
We have a new construction going on in the 400 block of Main and Delaware.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be a huge convenience store.
Yep.
That's
Let me tell you
one thing
something.
we've really
A
needed.
corporation like that doesn't make a major investment in a community unless they think there's some.
So they paid almost $500,000 just for the property.
That wasn't cheap. My question last week was, in 5 years, we'll be blackout central for the eclipse. What would you like to see us do in this area to?
Because people would come here.
Something, yeah.
Well, people will come here.
Someone mentioned, well, Evansville's already had their first planning meeting. I understand, but what can we do? One thing that seemed to be one of the major things was campsites. Campsites are at a premium. I mean, we got the one at Grayville.
Mm-hmm.
That's Grayville, though. That isn't Fairfield.
Right. Nothing in the county except for up Sam Dale, right?
Yeah.
That's it. Used to, when they had Fall Fun Fest, the park out there was full of campers. Now, I don't know what it would take to. I mean, they have their the electricity out there because of the Christmas lights. What would it take to?
You're talking about at Leo French?
Park, yeah. The whole place was just covered with campers. And the baseball fields. But it's going to be in April of 2024. So
something to look forward to.
Something to think about.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
Large ball in sky, dark.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're supposed to be completely, totally dark for 5 minutes.
I was
longer than.
I was in St. Louis.
Longer than it was for Carbondale this past.
Yeah, I was in St. Louis, West County, for the total eclipse. We were in the line, and it was very weird. I mean, not only did it, get dark, but all of the birds and the animals made bunches of there were strange noises.
It's kind of like an end of days scenario.
Yes,
almost.
Yes.
Or I gotta tell you, I was kind of disappointed. I thought, all right, this is it.
Yeah, it didn't really. I looked at it. I'm going, okay, well.
No, in there when you're in the total.
Yeah,
you're in the lane. It's very neat. It's cool.
I mean,
it's
street lights come on and things like that. That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool. So all right. Good enough.
60s trivia.
60s trivia. We both were living during that
but
time.
If you have some ideas on that, hey, get on there. And
I think it's a great idea.
Yourself out.
This is the time to plan. You're right.
And you know what? This is a good thing for that mapping out our future.
I agree.
Steering committee. There you go.
We could have a press conference. Go ahead.
That's going to be a good thing. I mean,
I think so.
I think
so.
I think
I'm
it's a
looking
good
forward
thing.
to it.
All right. Question number 1. This groundbreaking film followed a stranded astronaut as he navigated his way through a hostile civilization.
Planet of the Apes.
Correct, sir.
Good job. Well done.
All right. The Beatles released 2 songs originally slated for inclusion on Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. They released this as a double A side single. What were the 2 songs?
They were supposed to be on
Yeah,
Sgt. Pepper.
but they released them as a double A side single.
Let It Be.
Nope.
Nope.
Revolution.
Nope.
You got any ideas?
I'm looking at Tom.
We don't have anything from the Peanut Gallery. Go ahead.
Penny Lane and Strawberry Fields Forever.
Ah,
Hey, by the way, stop for a second. Bruce Reeves says that the eclipse is already on the zoning board's radar, it says.
All right.
The zoning board. Why would they be? Good question.
Tell Bruce to have a press conference.
Go ahead.
When
I'm
he's out
sorry.
here next time. All right. What dance from the 60s created the largest craze?
Oh, I'd say the twist, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Without a doubt. Chubby Checker
Yeah.
and the twist.
Yep.
Come on, baby.
Yep. He did the twist. Let's do the twist again. We're twisting again. every
Peppermint
song he
twist.
ever put out
Yeah.
had the word twist in it.
Son of Twist.
All right.
The bride of Twist.
This 60s detective show featured Ed Burns as hipster Kooky Cookson.
Kooky Cookson?
Was constantly combing his hair.
Oh, Cookie, live me your comb. No, it wasn't Route 66. It was
Kojak.
Good guess.
No.
Who loves you, baby?
Oh,
Mannix.
No, I know this, and I'm just going to be all upset when you need to do this. Go ahead. 7. I don't know.
77
Sunset Strip. There's Bruce Reeves knew it. He was trying to give me the hit.
All right.
77 Sunset Strip.
In
yes.
1960, Alfred Hitchcock released a movie with a one-word title that contains one of the most famous scenes in
Yes.
cinematic history.
I know it.
Where is the scene set?
Oh, okay. Well, Psycho was set at the Bates Hotel. Is that right?
Bates Motel.
Where is the scene set? One of those famous scenes.
Oh, it's in the shower.
It's in the shower.
Correct.
Yeah, all you see is him coming in with a knife.
And you see
Anthony
the shower
Perkins,
curtain falling down, and then you see blood going down the...
Yeah, it is a great scene.
All right. What 1968 movie featured this quote? "I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that."
Oh, I know what that one is. 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Correct.
Well done.
Thank you.
All
That
right.
was a computer, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Hal.
That was Hal.
What TV Western featured Rowdy Yates and Gil Favor?
Right, I'm in.
Oh.
Right.
Yep.
I was giving these to my wife this morning,
And she said,
and I said also famous for being in the Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
She said, I didn't know John Belushi was in this. Rawhide.
Rawhide.
Theme from Rawhide. Thank you. All right. In what 1961 top 20 ranked TV show was the audience invited to follow the bouncing ball?
oh, that was, I know it's Skitch Henderson.
Mitch Miller.
I thought it was Skitch Henderson.
You know what the name of the show was?
Sing along with Mitch Miller.
Boom! Sing along with Mitch.
It wasn't Skitch Henderson then.
Did you know he just died a few years ago at
Mitch Miller?
103 or 104?
Was Skitch Henderson Jack Parr's?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. What 60s TV cigarette ad featured the jingle, "You've come a long way, baby"?
Starts with a T.
Territon?
No, I thought it was Benson and Hedges.
What 60s TV cigarette ad featured the jingle "You've Come a Long Way, Baby"?
Man,
I don't know.
All right,
it was geared toward women.
Yes, of course.
Just won an NCAA basketball title.
Virginia Slims.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, on Bewitched, what were the TV names of the husband and wife?
Darren. There were many Darrens.
Samantha.
And Samantha Stevens.
Correct.
Good job. Very
good. All right.
Last one.
What TV series was the only one to top the Nielsen ratings for 3 consecutive years?
Gilligan's Island.
No. The Beverly Hillbillies.
No.
Flintstones.
Oh, the Bonanza.
Bonanza.
Okay.
4 guys, no women out on a ranch. Well,
and Hop Sing.
Hop Sing.
And Hop Sing. I'll join. I don't want to go there.
Hop Sing.
No, wait a minute. Miss Kitty was in there.
No,
that was
Gunsmoke.
Gunsmoke. There were no women in Bonanza. Join us tomorrow. Thank you, Ken. Join us tomorrow.
All the important news here first. This is WFIW FM Fairfield, the station listened to, not just heard, 104.9 FM.
Time now for the news, brought to you by Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center, downtown Wayne City. No one beats their prices on Serta iComfort mattresses. See weekly pictures and prices on Facebook.
I'm Jeff Vaughn with today's news headlines. The Fairfield City Council heard an update on the Mapping the Future of Your Community program at its meeting last night. The program will move forward with a steering committee, and several community members will eventually be involved as well. Further details will be announced at a news conference at City Hall next Thursday. The Atkinson Forest